Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, it's 4 a.m. again, and once again I'm counting sheep because I had a dream about well, you guys know how I left a piece of myself in Taiwan, and unfortunately, these last few months have not been very kind to my heart. I had twin heartbreaks. First, I was teaching at Central Arizona College when, because of my schedule, I had very difficult time with networking with others, and I had a hard time uh, getting any date going. And on top of that, I had just recovered from COVID-19 the summer before that. And I was a mess. I buried my head in my work, and it might have hurt me actually, because even though I got these rave reviews, I really didn't network with a lot of people at the campus. And now looking back, it may have hurt my situation. I won't go into the details there because I'm still working there. I don't want to talk too much about that. But a friend of mine set me up on a date, and it has gone very well. Didn't it lead to romance or anything, but it led to a lot of connections, including including connecting me to where I now live. I had a difficult time with my actually part of the reason I was pushed out of that home that I was living in. You guys remember I had two roommates. Part of the reason may have been I was so heartbroken. I really didn't get along with my roommates. So I tried to make up for it toward the end. Gotta remember, I was so heartbroken that my room became a disaster. I did keep the common area as well, though, although I did flood the toilet a couple of times because, again, just huge heartache. After I had met the girl through my friend at church, I made sure she came over. What I had done was, after I met her, I started feeling better. I took care of the house a whole lot better, and then I invited her over one night. And I made sure the landlord understood that I was having this heartbreak situation. And I thought all was well, but then we ran into the flooding emergency, and that may have been the last straw. So it really goes to show, if you don't set good connections in place, even things that are outside of your control, can push you over the edge, right? It really goes to show that. Anyways, I connected with important life figure, right? The girl, I would say, not really a romantic partner, but important life connection. And then I just in the nick of time, I want to say, because my grandmother passed away. Had I gone to grandmother's funeral with the heartache here in the United States going on, I don't know how I would have survived that, right? Went to grandmother's funeral, and I was optimistic at the time, so as a little bit of because I, I was optimistic. So I asked grandmother if she would talk to Mary Curry to set me up on another blind date, right? Because I would like to look for that romantic partner as well. Mary Curry worked with polonium 210, which is now made from bismuth. And so I left a small chunk of bismuth in grandmother's casket to give to Mary Curry when she gets to the other side. And the casket was cremated. And then I went back to my hotel to have a short holiday in Taipei. And for some bizarre reason, I felt compelled to use a dating website while I was. Oh, I remember the reason. I was looking at a list of life hacks, like things to do at the beginning of the year that you'll be uh, basically what are some things that are more successful at the beginning of the year. And I learned that a lot of people go on a bender of using dating apps at the beginning of the year, their New Year's resolution, right? And so I thought, okay, I'll take advantage of that. And I logged in, and I didn't think of at first I was going to continue viewing profiles from Phoenix. But nowadays, I haven't used the websites in a long time. Nowadays, they track your location. I don't know why though, because people might want to continue using it while they're on vacation, right? They don't necessarily want to meet people at their vacation destination, and so I was kind of disappointed at first. But then I thought, let's give it a try anyway. Long story short, before I knew it, I was having sushi with this girl in Nongong, and we really hit it big. We had a lot to discuss about. She does performing arts, but we had a lot to discuss about. And she's hoping to go back to school. And on the train ride back to my hotel in Tomsway, she got off at Taipei main station to take a different train. When I watched her walk off of the train, it was like a part of me just walked away from my body. And to give you an idea of how close the connection we got, she was sharing me a few pictures of her dancing, and I instantly guessed who they, their bodies were covered. I instantly guessed who she was just by posture, and you'll never forget her if you've ever sat next to her at the dinner table. And I feel about as rotten as I did 3 months ago when I didn't have anybody. Had I not even opened that dating app in Taiwan, I probably feel a lot more optimistic today. But anyways, so twin heartaches in 3 months. And unfortunately, this time around, it hasn't played well with it. Last time around, I buried my head in my work. This time around, I haven't been able to focus on my work. Instead, I've been asking. I learned that it hasn't hurt me too much to ask all of my circles of friends if they know anybody they can set me up with. Already, I got a number of good responses and all that. And I've learned that I could be bold about asking. I had one at the student union. I had they have a lot of staff there that are students, and I earlier last year I had a crush on this one student, but I learned that she is engaged, and I congratulated her, and half jokingly said that I'd like to share in the happiness if you got any friends that you know of. And she said she'd keep me in the back of her mind. So that's good. And I learned to be more bold about those asks. And lately, I've been burying my head in that because I'm so heartbroken about what happened in Taiwan. Can't focus on anything else. I literally watched part of me just walk away at that train station. Actually, I don't know why I have a bizarre relationship with train stations. 7 years ago, I uh, I parted ways with another girl at the train station in Warsaw. She wanted children. I was dating a long distance relationship, but she wanted children, and I didn't think much of that until 2022 when I saw that very same train station on the news. A bunch of Polish families were leaving baby strollers for the Ukrainian refugees that were fleeing to Poland, and when I saw the train station on the news, it reminded me of the children that I didn't want to have because baby strollers in front of the very same train station. I don't know why. I have a bizarre relationship with train stations and saying goodbye to people for some bizarre reason. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.